Morning, guys. It's Saturday, August 3rd, and I normally don't work this day except for on the second Saturdays for the Art Walk art sale here in Pahoa, Hawaii. But well, I didn't feel like hanging out at home today, so here I am washing clothes, and I keep feeling there's some astounding things coming out next week, and I haven't finished writing the horoscope, and I've only been posting the video. I haven't been like posting it outside my store because I'm out of ink in my printer, and yeah, only a couple people read that. They can, if they want to know what's going on, they can come in and get a mini reading from me. Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about, Wednesday, August 7th, here in Hawaii, we have an exacting of a particular transit. And the thing is, with it's Neptune in Pisces at 18 degrees, sextiling Pluto in Capricorn at 21 degrees. Now, that is about your spiritual gifts and talents, or your traits, okay? And a lot of you, this is involving talents from your past life that you're carrying into this life, that some of you may or may not have accessed, or may not be aware of them. Now, for me personally, I've always wanted particular gifts. I didn't think I had them, and over the years, they've slowly and randomly exposed themselves to me. And of course, at first, I didn't believe that I had any gifts, and then I'm kind of like, something's going on. I know something. I know something, but I don't know what I know. Okay, so what did I want to tell you? Oh, okay. Hold on, guys. I wanted to read you word for word exactly what I had found out about this transit. Okay, I think it was my favorite book, my go-to reference guide, although I kind of have my own reference guide that's based on a lot of information, the research that I did. Okay, Neptune and Pluto. Good aspects. Occult traits are positively used. Now, Neptune spends approximately 14 years in each sign, and Pluto from 13 to 32 years in each sign. Both of them are in retrograde right now. Any aspects formed, they last for extremely long periods of time. I mean, you know, obviously, they both take about 14 or 15 years to move through 30 degrees. So that basically breaks down to 1 to 2 degrees a year, okay? Except when they're in retrograde, they kind of, that's a variable, okay? But they're considered important in your individual horoscope only if Neptune or Pluto are on your ascendant, your rising sign, or your midheaven, or if you have a lot of Pisces or Scorpio in your chart. Now, there was something else I had read about it too. This is a psychic sign, and I think it was like from 1940 to 1980 something, I think. It was a period of like 30 or 40 years where everybody had this transit in their chart, just to give you an idea about how long this lasts. So some of you guys, in the last couple of days, I felt like things were picking up. Things were speeding up, and it almost felt like a full moon, and I thought, well, that's kind of impossible. It is a new moon, but why are things coming to a rising crescendo? And for me, that's because it totally affects my chart. And in the last month, I've been finding that I've been getting a lot of messages, you know, executions, shootings, accidents, deaths, that kind of thing. Yes, I'm a Scorpio, and they like to show me some dark shit, okay? And I have to resign to it because it's part of my gifts, part of my talent. And according to my chart, apparently in my last life, I was a gifted prophet, okay? That's what it appears. I don't know what the extent of it is, but seeing as the South Node is in Leo, I was kind of famous for it. And apparently, because I'm here in another life, apparently I had a big fucking ego, okay? So, ego quashed. I'm way more reserved, and I'm actually kind of scared with some of the predictions that I was getting, but, you know, part of our lesson, part of our path is to undo what we've been taught we are, and to come back to that not innocent, but not innocent, not naive, but to come back to the purest form of ourself without any kind of societal influence, period. Societal, including family, friends, paradigms, social constructs, that kind of deal. So there's some real raw talent coming out here. Okay, and by Wednesday, the moon is in Scorpio. So, I mean, this is boosting that energy. And then on top of that, there is a grand psychic water trine, because not only does it involve the moon in Scorpio, it involves Neptune in Pisces retrograde and the North Node in Cancer. So this is a life-changing. It's like a permanent, your gifts are here. So previously, if you've been aware of your gifts and you've been trying to figure out how to tap into them, this is, with the new moon in Leo influence, you're beginning to, it's almost like you're figuring out how to tap into them. There's finally a way for you to practice your gifts. And it's resigning to the fact that you have these gifts and to accept them. Sometimes it's hard to accept gifts, I didn't want to say, I used to say, I'm not psychic, I'm not psychic, I'm not psychic, because people can tell the future, and then boom, I tell the fucking future, and I'm like, okay, maybe I need to rethink that. I've been seeing some really amazing things, and one of the Spirit's messages to me was, I have so much to show you. So to me, this is just the beginning, and the fact that this is going exact, along with that grand psychic water trine, and the moon in Scorpio, and then all the things surrounding it, tells me that we're going to see some spooky, some creepy things. Some people, you may see some dead people. There's this feeling of being haunted, so some of you guys may be seeing orbs and spheres and balls of energy, not formless balls, so it's kind of like just a clump with no specific boundaries or lines. It's unclear, so you could be seeing black balls of energy, you could be seeing white balls of energy, you could be seeing blue balls blue balls of energy. How funny. Sorry, I just had to throw that joke in there with this Scorpio Pluto thing, the real the non-sexual sexual jokes. But anyways, you're going to be seeing some amazing things. You may be able to tap into or delve into the other realms, 4D and above. 4D, 5D, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, there's at least 12 dimensions that we're aware of. So some of us may be able to tap all the way into the 12th dimension. The thing is, we're going to be seeing some freaky things, some creepy things, and some scary things on a multitude of levels. And the thing is, it's so multifaceted. The messages are clear. You are being encouraged to tune into your intuition, because it's not even, heightened isn't even the word for it, okay? It's what is that word I'm looking for? It's like a breakout. It's like you're being unzipped, You pull the zipper out and this talent comes out. For some of you, out of nowhere. For some of you, you knew something was going on. And for others, you've been trying to practice it, okay? So I kind of feel like I want to do a special reading based on that day, because it is August 7th. And the very next day we move into Sagittarius, which is ninth house, which is another expansion, spiritual energy. Okay, so the energies are working together, and the moon moves to Sagittarius on August 8th, which is the Lion's Gate. Okay, Lion's Gate, we have V codes of 88 and 1414. So there's a definite expansion there, and some of you guys will be pretty happy with a publicly coming out. I'm this, I'm that, I'm a psychic, I'm a clairvoyant, I see things, I hear things, I know things. So it's all about telling yourself, it doesn't matter how comfortable I feel about what I truly am. I can't lie to myself anymore. I see dead people. You know, that kind of deal. Being resigned to the reality. Okay, not being in denial anymore, and this is on a multitude of levels. Look at that. See, my cards are not reversed, but I got 1, 2, 3 come out immediately. When I have 3 in a row that are reversed, that's psychic downloads. I shit you not, guys. I love it. Okay, so those came out together, but these are touching, so I'm not sure if that's separate. We'll find out. Okay, so basically this is about what would you call it? Lucky. Lucky in love. Lucky in love. Tapping into the ethers. With it feels like an abundance. Okay, where is your wealth of energy? So this is kind of like a LIONSGATE, but, ooh, wow, 3. You know, this is highly unusual for me to have so many cards come out at once. The other day I had like 6 or 7 of them come out, but generally these ones are pretty thick, so they come out like one at a time. And there's a lot. The cards are jumping. There's really a lot that Spirit has to say. Okay, so 3 reversed and then 3 upright. There's psychic downloads going on. You're getting information. Pay attention. Okay, where your eyes are directing you, where your heart is directing to, what you're feeling moved to pay attention to. Like if you're just looking around and glancing over, you know, the scenery and something catches your eye and you go back, there's a message in it for you. They're trying to tell you something, or your own intuition is trying to tell you something. You're tapped in and you're plugged in. And in case you guys wanted to know, the Neptune and Pisces sextiling Pluto, like I was saying, it's only important if either of them are on your rising sign or your midhaven, or if you have Pisces or Scorpio prominent. Just to let you guys know, my ascendant is Pisces, and it's conjunct with Neptune right now at this moment. So for me, it's really powerful. My sun sign is Scorpio in the 9th house. So, I mean, I'm getting smacked here, and this is the reason why I have been able to pull predictions out my ass. And I'm actually figuring it out. They've been coming lump, kind of like this. You know, they're coming out in 2 or 3s where I get, if I feel like there's going to be a shooting or an active shooter, the downloads I get are clumped together. There can be 1, and I always say there's always at least 1, but sometimes there's 2 or 3. So when I hear things or when they show me things, it's always at least 2 things together. And I've just realized that I've had to learn to distinguish it. Like that reading I did last week, Thursday, I did not post it on Facebook because honestly, I was ashamed. I thought that people would laugh at me and that I would be persecuted, but I felt compelled to get that information out. So I put it on my YouTube. And it was July 25th, the day out of time, which was the beginning of the galactic year. Okay, so I put that out there, and I think it was Saturday or Sunday, we had that shooting in California. Freaked me the fuck out, because what I got was active shooter, automatic assault weapon, and then the next message that came in, which I figured it out now. I had 2 messages coming in. One was that, and then one I had to separate. It was a shooting, but it was a different shooting. So if there is a shooting, I will get the 2 or 3 incidents that happened clumped together. And at first I couldn't understand why I was getting 3 different messages, and it was a little bit off. But now I see, after it happened, I can't remember where the second shooter was, but an officer did get hurt. And when I did hear about it on the news, the exact recording that they played was from the radio call, officer down, and that's exactly what I got. Okay, that was okay. So I got it together. There was what did I say? Active shooter, then automatic assault weapon, and I said something about there were 2 people. I did say 2 people. I gotta go back and watch it again. But then the third one was officer down, and I was kind of tripping until I saw both of those things this weekend, okay? And I was wondering, wow, I was kind of tripping out in the last couple of weeks, the execution that they were so kind to show me instead of whispering in my ear. There's been, in the last couple of weeks, if you take a look at the horoscopes and at the readings that I have done, especially the channeled readings, because that's when I'm inspired. They push me to get the message out. They're coming true. Okay, and you would know this if you follow the world news or if you're just up to date on what's going on in society and the world today. Okay, even in your town. I'm from Hawaii and I live on the Big Island, and I live in Puna, so I watch the local news and I watch the world news, and I notice that I can cover a lot in Hawaii. Okay, and then I'm also getting stuff, information from the mainland. So I'm so interested in seeing what this is going to bring me, because definitely I feel like my abilities have heightened, and I am at the stage where I'm practicing them and I'm going, okay, this is that. How do I do this? How can I do this again? I'm no longer at the mercy of things. I am learning my gifts because I've acknowledged them. This is me. This is who I am. I'm clairvoyant. I know things, and it's a talent. It's my gift, and this is how I share information with people. Okay, so first off, lovers, sudden wealth, and child. These are all reversed, so that tells me in 2 to 3 days. You may be having a hard time. You may be having a hard time paying attention, and you may in fact be, or you may be feeling lazy. Okay, and that is definitely Jupiter retrograde. That you find it hard to pay attention. You're scattered. You're here, there, and everywhere, and there's a lot of background processing to where you're just functioning in the daily world. Some of you are getting lengthy downloads, and I'm hearing, after talking to a couple people this morning, they're like, yeah, I'm getting this information, and I don't know what it is or what to do with it. I'm like, bring it to me. I'll take a look at it, and we'll take a look at your chart, and we'll figure out, exactly what's going on. Okay, I'm hearing the tones in my right ear. I have had headaches for the last month too, so that could be very telling. I've got a lot of Scorpio and Pisces energy, so this is totally whacking me. Now I understand why I had those migraine headaches and why aspirin and ibuprofen did not help. They are upgrading my information or my brain. I'm getting new programming is what I felt. Only time will tell. I have a book here where every time I get a channeling, I write the information down, and then I find those words and those phrases are pertinent to a certain period of time, because energies blend into each other and then they wane, right? So there's this chunk where things are exact, and then this wave or grace period, whatever you want to call it, shadow, when things will happen. So it appears like I'm aware of what's coming. And it feels like I'm getting upgraded for this next, I'm having the new program installed. Let's just put it that way. I'm getting my patch. So technically this would be a tarot patch. So in 2 or 3 days, we have the Lovers, first card, number 15. Okay, that is about making the right decision, having many temptations. The Lovers is representative of Gemini energy. Okay, sometimes it can be codependency. It's also my attached at the hip, because it's a pair. The Lovers are they're a fated pair, or this is a karmic situation. Okay, Not sure. A lot of people are experiencing karmic situations, or they're experiencing karmic lessons with their soulmate or twin flame. Gemini is about patterns and behavior, and it's also about, you know, restlessness and overabundance of energy. And how do you channel it? Do you give into that energy, or do you figure out how to express it in a way, in a healthy way? Okay, also, you know, Leo season, the Leo new moon. Okay, and also too, not blaming anybody but taking responsibility for yourself. The pattern of how you take responsibility for yourself and make the wise choices. It's also number 15. So it's about it's either expressing your boundaries, or it's about changes in your boundaries. So there's a habitual pattern that is changing in love relationships, and this involves partnerships. It's not necessarily like your husband or your boyfriend or girlfriend or wife. It can be family members. It can be your children. It can be your business partners, neighbors, friends, family, anybody that you care about. It can be about, okay, Prince of Swords all the way on the left field. So somebody's bitching. Somebody's being a bitch. Okay, so pattern of behavior is somebody's trying to stick with the particular pattern of behavior, or they're having issues with breaking from it, or their pattern of behavior is to project, okay, and blame others for what is happening, yeah, with the victim mentality. This is fighting for an idea, communication of fighting for an idea. So for some of you, it's somebody saying, we need to stay together, or I don't want to stay together. Okay, it's either or, because there's always a shadow side. I can't tell you definite unless I get some kind of psychic download. But the psychic download, when it's reversed, this can also mean awakenings too. So when something suddenly becomes clear, it's not necessarily a gift from the heavens, but it could be using your own intuition. Okay, because Prince of Swords is also air sign, so this is about intellect, arriving at a conclusion, or this is the thoughts in your head. I have a particular pattern. I've been blaming everybody, or I feel like everything is against me or working against me. Okay. Justice, 5 of Swords, 6 of Wands, and 7 of Cups. This also came out as a clump, clarifying this pattern of behavior or thoughts, pattern of thoughts, okay, and how you project onto others. The missiles, projectile, projecting. This is either communicating that I realize I've been the one trying to make war, or this is somebody communicating, I want to war with you. Sorry. Projectile. Can be talking about this missile crisis we got here, even though, you know, we're falling out with Russia, we are picking up with North Korea, and as shitty as that seems, you know, if we lose Russia, picking up North Korea kind of replaces an evil with another evil. So, you know, these are all fake because it's political. All that political shit is fake anyways. Why did you do this to me? Swords up. You've done this to me. You've always do this to me. Why do you keep doing this to me? Or it could be in the projection on the flip side, if somebody's being projected at, you know, somebody can be like, I don't do this to you. You do this to yourself, okay? You're spinning, okay? You've got a lot of anxiety, and you're the target. So this can be like communicating somebody as a target, or communicating that you're targeting them, or communicating that, why am I being persecuted? Okay, so back to these cards, sorry. The Justice, Truth, that's also Libra, trying to work together. And then 5 of Swords, defeat, depression, manipulation. Six of Wands, the victory walk, public recognition, and Seven of Cups, false. Okay, they just said Russian again. They just said Russian again. Okay, so the truth is, there's a lot of manipulation going on. Somebody's playing the blame game, or somebody's going, not me, you. Or this could be somebody's, oh yeah, look at that. Princess of Swords, Justice, and the Five of Swords. You think you're going to make me, huh? Or this can be, I'm going to make you. Okay. This can also, what was I getting? I keep getting Russia. Yeah. Russia. Red star just stood out. China? Wait, what is the red star? China, yeah? China. I know China's kind of pissed about the, isn't that in the news or something? The Chinese they were bitching because there's all those tariffs that the president recently put on them. Why are you taking advantage of me? Or I know you've been taking advantage of me, or I'm not going to let you take advantage of me anymore. Yeah, because with the Justice card, it is Libra energy, okay? So Libra is about the truth. It's also about relationship harmony, but we've got the Prince of Swords and the Five of Swords surrounding it. So this would be... I just heard Mr. T, I pity the fool. Libra does not like vile, does not like... They're disgusted, okay? They will not suffer a fool. So this is like, I am not fooling you. You will not fuck with me. You're not going to make me do anything. Good luck. And Six of Wands and Seven of Cups. This is like out in the open. Everybody's watching. Six of Wands is a victory walk. It's also about public recognition and being praised in public. Being paraded. So this feels like a show. A standoff, a show. Ego against ego, where one is in the right, the other one, somebody's pushing the other person around, and the other one is pushing back, asserting their wall, their boundary, and saying, nope, I won't stand for it. I will not obey your wishes. I will not obey your commands. I will not obey your demands. Okay, I want you... I have other options. Seven of Cups. Many options. It's also fantasy, illusion, and delusion. Okay, then we have Six of Wands. This is a major accomplishment that you are being recognized, paraded around, and a victory walk for. Okay, so somebody's standing up for themselves. They're not allowing somebody else to manipulate them, or they're detaching themselves from a manipulative situation. Or there's a situation where somebody is projecting or shooting projectiles. Hold on, guys. Okay, so what I'm seeing here is somebody is not caving in to somebody else's demands or expectations. Okay, and they're trying to find an alternate route, trying to go another way. Okay, so it is a victory. They are receiving praise for not caving, for not giving in, for not surrendering. Ooh. Or it's like the whole world knows, it's being publicly broadcast that this person is not giving in to demands, and they have other options. It's like they're pulling out and going elsewhere. The star. They keep bringing me back to the red star. Is there another way? Fire a star. fire or red star? They're calling my attention to the torch in her hand and the red star. Oh, okay. Yeah, this is the United States and China and Russia. This is in the news right now. What I was thinking is the United States is Cancer. I believe the sign is a Cancer. I can't remember where I heard that. Some other astrologer, but the Lovers is Gemini. So it could be that the sun sign of the United States is Cancer. Okay, so Cancer, Cancer. So Cancer and Gemini. Cancer is the 4th house, and Gemini is the 3rd house. So this is like 12th house activity. There's an attempt to close something out, an attempt to gain closure. 12th house is about secrets. It's about dreams. Hiding something, letting people not wait. Hiding something. Hiding the manipulation. Okay, well, I was getting Russia at first, so that deceit. Russia and China. There's some dirty power plays here. I don't necessarily agree with the tariffs on China either. And I think China feels like the U.S. is bullying them. Okay, now the dragon is calling me. Destiny. Where are we headed? Negotiations and talks about the tariff. We won't pay your tariffs. We have other options. Sudden wealth and child. Okay, sudden wealth is like hitting it big. So for some of you guys in your love relationships, it's like the opt-out, right? You're not doing this to me anymore, and then other people are coming to your aid. Okay, right on. I'm glad you did that. This may have happened out in public, or it may become public knowledge that you have other options, or people are patting you on the back going, it's okay, you know. That door's closed. You've got many more. It's also acknowledging or telling the world that we can do business elsewhere, okay? Or I can find love elsewhere. Wow, it feels like... What if China decides to pull out completely and decide not to send anything to the U.S.? Estoppel, I just heard. What if they stop all production to the U.S. and they start linking up with Russia? And Russia becomes their number one. Oh, you know what? They have a saying, the enemy of my enemy is my friend. Sudden wealth and child. Sudden wealth is about, well, it's an 11, so it's a manifestation portal of goals. 777. Arrivals and departures of information, trading information. Somebody could hit it big on NASDAQ, stocks, bonds, Brexit, and child, 18. So this can be a little bit of wealth, a gold mine, a little bit of gold mine wealth, something that'll make you feel better, a little bit of joy, a little bit of energy has been released in the form of abundance. Or you may have a small goal that's being completed that brings back hope, because we also have Queen of Wands clarifying sudden wealth and child. But something may happen. One of your goals may come true, and it brings about this healing that brings back some joy. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it happened. Yay! Okay, then the Queen of Wands with the Leo of Lions. So for some of you guys, this is in the love relationships, especially with the, oh, yeah, Venus and Leo trine Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius at 14 degrees on the Lion's Gate. Okay, so that's good money, luck. This could be negotiations. You can do better than that, is what I hear. Give me an offer I can't refuse. And then here's an offer that you can't refuse. It's some kind of compromise. Queen of Wands, an inspiration, enthusiastic. This is cusp of Pisces and Aries. It's fire energy. Okay, so it is Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. We did just recently have the new moon in Leo, so it was all about doing what makes you happy at the core, doing what gives you childlike joy, okay, or playing like a child, or playing with a child. So for some of you guys, you may be trying to help your child get ahead, even if they're an adult. Or you may just receive some kind of blessing that allows you to complete a goal. Or you could, this could have been, yeah, this is a victory right here. Whatever this bargain was, or this deal that you're trying to strike up, the other person who's trying to manipulate you, they know that you have other options, okay? So you might, this might be the giving a little to get a lot. So somebody may not want to cave on something. They don't want to cave for the wrong reason. Okay, so they may receive some type of blessing for standing their ground and doing what they feel is right. It may not necessarily be right, but they feel it's right. Somebody's been taking advantage of them, and now they're negotiating for better. You can do better than that. Or, I think I deserve more than that. Or it could be somebody saying, okay, I'll double that. I'll double that up, okay? I'll double your money, or something like that. Feeling like a little kid. I got the feeling like a little kid again. Okay, and they're bringing my attention back to the bunny. I don't know why. Give me a few minutes. I'm just going to keep talking, but they keep bringing me back to this bunny. And look at his eyes. His eyes are freaking tripping me out. I'm like staring at the eyes, and I keep going back to the eyes. Keep going back to the eyes. So the bunny is symbolistic of Easter. So that is like rising again, a rebirth, coming out, or regaining ground in the eyes. It's like suddenly something moves forward and you're not blinking. That's what it is. These eyes are not blinking. You're staring at it, facing it head on, dead on. So it's almost like you've got a little bit of success, but you're not showing it yet. You probably want more, or it's about time you get it and you deserve it, and you may be happy, but you're not jumping up and down, or you're not showing that you're jumping up and down. This is a composure with grace. Okay, because the Queen of Wands, she's that sexy bitch, okay? She's the inspiration. She confronts things head on, okay? Takes care of business. Very generous, very brave, comes from the heart. She shares her story with others. She shares her tools. She shares her knowledge because she wants to lift everyone else up, okay? So It's like telling other people what you did and how you did it, sharing your story, sharing your trials and your tribulations. Like, I put $100 down on penny stock and I just got $100 return. Yay! So it's the little things. So this may be appreciating the little things and then being inspired because finally there's some forward movement. Okay, or there's something that the sexy bitch has accomplished that other people are like, damn, you go, girl. She is the vixen from the heart. And it's no surprise. So there's abundance coming in. And like I said, Venus and Leo trining Jupiter retrograde in Sagittarius is very good. This is good money luck. So you may hit upon something that gives a little bit of healing because finally some forward momentum. Oh, damn. Look at that. Okay, so separately, Ace of Wands. Yeah. It's about time shit comes in. This is blessings, okay? And it's also being able to move forward. I just said that, didn't I? With the sudden wealth. Something happens and there's a little progress. So this is new movement. Okay, some of you guys may actually be moving. You may be physically moving, or after things being in retrograde and the brakes being slammed on everything, there's finally some progress forward. The universe has removed some blocks for you, and it's time for things to progress. Look, the stars coming out of there again. Yeah, this is a very lucky time for you. One, 5. One, 5, and 9. First house, 5th house, 9th house. Getting your self-esteem back as you begin to accomplish after a period of limbo and frustration. 5th house, having fun, playing with the child, playing like a child. 9th house, Sagittarius, optimism, expansion, adventures. Okay, so you're looking forward to what's next. That landed over here, so it almost makes me feel like, let's clarify Ace of Wands. Clarify the Ace of Wands, please. Prince of Pentacles and the Hermit. Let's negotiate. Slow negotiation. So there may be a new deal that's being put together. Prince of Pentacles, it's reliability. It's the slowest card in the deck. It's also traveling. It's the messenger physically bringing you news or discussion or negotiation because it's Pentacles. Hermit is about self-mastery. It is Virgo energy, so that you may be going around and around and around with negotiations. It's slow, but at least there's negotiations. Okay, we're trying to come up with a package deal that can satisfy everyone. So this is also about compliments and compromise. Complimenting the compromise? Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll see what, like I was saying, can you do better? So there is this negotiation. That's not enough. Can you do better than that? And then the Hermit the analysis paralysis spiral instead of sticking in there. And I do believe we actually had a T-square this weekend involving the moon in Virgo. Let me check. This is an extra long reading, but it's not the daily reading. Okay, so it's not on Sunday, so, well, today's Saturday, so, I'm going to put you guys on pause while I look that up. Okay, guys, there it is, bam, today, a T-square exiting through Jupiter and Sagittarius with Neptune and Pisces and the moon in Virgo, so it's after some consideration. You can do better. Okay, and I'd already said that, so this is basically confirming it. The Hermit, a 9. And the moon is in Virgo at 18 degrees, which equals 9. So this is rejecting an offer, saying, come back again, you know, or you can do better. What else can you do for me? Or what else can I do for you? Or I can do better, or I can give you more. Because there's already been too much taken, right? And that's why we're like, nope, you're not going to take any more. Princess of Swords. Let's go back over here to this energy. The Princess of Swords is protecting your information. It's also spying. So you may not want to tell somebody that you've completed some sort of goal. This can be pertaining to money. You could be building up a little nest egg to get out from under this domination, or to get. It's like if you're in an abusive relationship, you've been standing your ground. You've been able to hold them off, but in the meantime, you are putting away a little bit of money at a time, keeping it hidden, or, I mean, it doesn't have to be money. It could be possessions. Like you could be, I don't know, throwing something in your vehicle and taking it to a secret location to stash it. This is a secret stash. This is a secret stash that you don't want anybody to know about, or that you're not declaring. This could be tax-free money. This could be taxes. Princess of Swords. So somebody could literally begin a secret account. I just heard funneling. You could be somebody's stealing money. Funneling, I just heard funneling or diverting funds. So it's like you could be robbing Peter to pay Paul. There's a manipulation of money. Somebody's playing with the books. This could be in gambling. This could be investment bankers, taxes, NASDAQ, Brexit, bonds, insurance, the stock market. Somebody's fucking around. They're playing with fire too. They think it's small change. Nobody's going to notice this. I'll just secretly do this. And then, you know, what it'll do is I was hearing penny funds too. I almost said it, you know, somebody's going to play with penny stocks. So maybe somebody's going to be moving and diverting some funds here. What do they call that? When they talk about money, okay, we don't have like half cents. So, you know, when it comes to percentage, you may have an increase, like instead of getting $1.05, it's like $1.05 3/4. And then you round it up, right? But the thing is, you add that together, because when you have two fractions, you can make a whole number out of it, and then the leftover just kind of goes into the regrouping until it meets another fraction to form a whole. Okay, so I can't remember what movie it was, but there was this grand plan for hacking where somebody hacked into a computer and they were diverting that funds, that tenth of a penny. They had set it up to where it was going into a secret fund and nobody really noticed, and they had funneled millions and billions. So this kind of feels like that here, that somebody did some hacking and they're diverting money to put somewhere else. Like I said, robbing Peter to pay Paul. Now, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. It can be that, like what I had to do, our, what do you call it? My co-signers, my consignees, the people that are in this store, we've released that we're going to be paying everybody from the 8th on if in fact you did have something sold, and you'll find out a day or two before. We'll let you know that, hey, you've got some money, payments start tomorrow, you know, come on the 8th, 9th, or 10th, if it's a weekday, or the following weekdays I will have the money here, because I don't carry here in the store, we take it out. So what had happened is somebody had come in and we owed her money, but today is the 3rd, so she still has 5 days, but she can't come back in 5 days, so she's gonna have to wait till after that, and we'll figure it out somehow. But anyways, we owed her money and she was admiring something that was $5, so I said, well, go ahead and take it. I'll just take, you know, I'll just move that around and we'll take the $5 off of what I owe you and put that as a sale, because it is a sale. So I wasn't robbing Peter to pay Paul. I was merely adjusting so that things come out balanced. But over here, there could be a crooked thing going on in the books. Okay, but also too, it can be, I just heard mismanaging money. So one person is mismanaging money. There's one person that's stealing money, and then there's another one that's moving things around in a better way that makes it fit, that isn't negative, like how I was doing. Okay. Dealing with credits. Oh, it could be, yeah, dealing with credits. So somebody could be using their credit card and making credit card payments with a third credit card, possibly trying to consolidate it or get all of the debts off of their high interest credit cards into a lower interest one, something to that effect. Okay, exchanging for equal value. So there's still this exchange of equal value. You know, even when this negotiation over here says this isn't enough, what else can you give me, or what else can you offer, or you can do better, or I deserve better, they want an equal exchange of energy when somebody's been cheating them. So there's cheating, ripped off, and with the Princess of Swords, that's hacking and spying. Or you could come across something. Princess of Swords, she's reading something, a document, information, or maybe reviewing her information or looking up information. So this could be in the paperwork too. You see the document she's holding? It's not necessarily a book. It looks like paperwork right there. Okay, and then the butterfly. Some of you guys are going to watch your bank balance increase. Some of you guys are getting an increase in knowledge. This is like movement forward at a higher level. So this is different. Things have been upgraded, or things are now on a higher level, or things are higher stakes. Also too, as things are going well for you and you're getting things accomplished and you're feeling great joy and having fun, either as a kid or with your kid, you know, you feel like you're reborn, you can do something. So now you're moving and there's other people that are watching you. Main male. Okay, if you are in a relationship, this is your person admiring you. Okay, the one that you're attached at the hip to. If you are not in a relationship, you have a definite admirer that could be peeping you. Okay, this may be a new stalker. Main male can be the main man in your life. They could be watching you, they could be admiring you, or they could be watching you from afar if you are on social media. Or you could be doing this to them, peeking in, I wonder what they're up to. Or it's your man that's being hacked or is doing some shady shit or is having shady shit done to him. Can we clarify Princess of Swords and main male, please? Eight of Wands, Mentor of Swords, King of Swords, Five of Cups, Five of Wands, and the Empress. Okay, let's see what this is about. Manifestations speeding up, strengths, limitations, strategy, deciding on a strategy, okay, so there may be some hacking or some spying. Okay, and it could be if you're separated from someone or if you're at work, you're on their mind. Okay, they may be getting signs and signals everywhere that's prompting them to think of you. It's like they can't get you out of their mind. I just heard possessed. Okay, suicidal tendencies. When I go down the street, some people watch me shiver and shake. I'm a prisoner of my head. I'm a prisoner of my head, and my head is gonna break. It stays with me wherever I go. I can't break. Yeah, obsession. You are an obsession. Yeah, obsession. Somebody is obsessed with you, and you're trying to break away, or you're breaking out with this initiation, whatever you're starting, or whatever is beginning to go right with you. It's speeding up. Things are finally going your way. The pendulum is swinging away from you finally. So it's like a recoup, a period where you have a breather, where things are going right and you're not stuck and things are going. And forward, going forward, fast forward, I just heard. Okay, so fast forward, Eight of Wands. This is the manifestation speeding up. It's also signs and synchronicities. And it's also about traveling, moving, on the move. Wow, so you've been at a standstill for a long time and things are finally moving forward, and it kind of feels like somebody's watching and they're kind of jealous. Mentor of Swords. I don't know if they can take it. They could be jealous of your success, or they're watching you rise. A spiritual person who uses intellect in service to divine and not to attack unity. It's also lessons about the strengths and limitations of the intellect of your mind. Okay, and it could also be sudden physical violence from a rushed conclusion. So like the relationship could end, or, you know, there could be domestic violence and death, you know. Somebody could kill somebody else. But keep in mind, that is literal. It is on all three levels. It could be somebody actually physically dying, somebody emotionally dying, or somebody mentally dying, like the short circuit shutting down. That to me, that usually says some kind of addiction, but there is this repetitive thoughts and spying. Somebody's stalking you. It's probably your ex, or it's somebody that you don't know. They're watching you fulfill your goals, and they're watching them come in faster and faster. Everything they do, everywhere they go, they're being constantly reminded of you. Okay, and their limit. They're being pushed to the limits. They want to go back to their old habits, patterns, and behaviors, but they can't. The universe is not letting them. I love that when when we have things happening with the North Node and the South Node, when especially the T-square that we have tomorrow. Let me move this over. see, we're moving into that energy also. Yes, Sunday we have that grand cardinal cross and a T square with the north node and south node and the moon in Libra. So this is about partnership, changes in service, and finally getting what you deserve. Okay, in a matter of speaking. So 8 of Wands is like they're being showed. I'm sorry, with the north node and the south node. You're not being allowed to backtrack. You're not being allowed to go into the old behavior because you can do better than that. Okay? You're not being allowed. You have to go through this lesson. If you try to run or avoid it, it will be brought to you. If you choose not to, if you walk away from this relationship, your very next relationship will have the same exact karmic lesson. Okay? You can't go back. You are being pressured to step into this new situation and experience a new karma. So for some of you guys, if your man did you wrong and you guys broke up, they're really being battered by the universe right now. The universe is letting them know, get your shit straight. Grow up. Okay? In order for you to be together, you have to be responsible for yourself, for your own energy and your own resources. Yes, you guys join resources, but you cannot leech, you cannot steal, you cannot take, you cannot use, and you cannot abuse. I will not allow it, and I will not allow them to allow you to abuse that anymore. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, and the Empress. So they've got to figure out how to change things because the previous boundaries have changed. Okay, and there's a wall that is being built up. The more you try to go backwards, the higher the wall gets, and you're not going to be able to go back through or over it because that wall will be solid and built brick by brick. You cannot break out. You must break in. 5 of Cups, 5 of Wands, past disappointments in love relationships, and 5 of Wands, fighting, arguing, insecurity in the self. Okay, so somebody really, they're like shitting bricks because they don't know what to do. You're not standing for the same old, same old. You're determined to move forward. They want to move forward too, but they don't know how because they're stuck in this repetitive pattern of thought, which turns into a repetitive action. Okay, so while you're moving forward, they're kind of feeling left behind. And they don't know, I mean, they want to make a break for it, but they're being forced to. They're being held firmly in place because they're being taught a lesson. Okay, some of them can break free, and some of them will break free and will be walking away and walking right into the same karmic lesson over and over and over. It's Groundhog Day for those people. Okay, but you must, they're being encouraged to treat you like the Empress you are. Okay, that your destiny is the Empress. Suck it up, fucker. Okay, and for you that are feminine and you're male, for you females with embodying the male energy, this is your male with the feminine energy. Suck it up, bitch. Okay, that's all I gotta say. It's time to grow up. It's time to grow up and move forward. Anything that you were comfortable with before is now being wrenched and pried from your hands, and you're being pushed into something new, something better. And now it feels like you're being punished. It feels like torture, but always after a period of suffering if you do the right thing. Okay, if you come from a place of compassion and if you have the utmost integrity and the wisdom, you will make the correct choices and move forward. And what happens? Great fortune, high honor. Okay. And this moves you into union. You're being taught how to be together with the love of your life. Something is growing here. And the more you come together, the more the joy grows. So this may be something moving forward that's forcing the divine male into union, because that's where they're supposed to be, and they've been in denial because they don't want to see it. They don't want to be responsible for their own behaviors, for their own energetic resources. They want to take from others because that's what has been their habitual. Great fortune, high honor is about, it's another great card. Holy shit, you've got sudden wealth and great fortune. Yeah, definitely speaking to the Venus trining, what was it? Venus trining Neptune? I'm going back and forth between my horoscope. Yeah, Venus trining Jupiter with the moon in Sagittarius. Wow. Good luck, high honor. This is about being empowered because you're finally receiving what is due to you. It feels like payback because you've got the two best cards in the deck. A Mass. High honor. This is big. With high honor can mean praise, but it can also mean tall or big, something that's massive. Okay, so you could literally like be winning the lottery, or you could completely win someone over, or completely win something over. Let's see what these numbers have to tell us. Let's see. Great fortune is 26 and high honor is 25. So you could inherit something, or you could be acknowledged for getting a big chunk of money, or this could be like, you know how you see on TV somebody receiving a grant with the giant check, even the lottery or mega bucks. Okay, so it's winning and then being acknowledged after. It appears to be going backwards, but no, these are good cards. 26 to 25. This would be an 8 to the 7. Okay, getting the riches and then living in a fantasy, realizing that it's your fantasy, your greatest dream, to be so abundant in your resources. And now to not have abundant resources, but to have everything you ever need for the rest of your life. You shall never need or want. You're covered. Princess of Cups. Feeling like a little kid. Okay, this is innocent again. Princess of Cups. This is unjaded love. Naivete. Okay, like how you loved when you were a child. It's also about love from a fresh perspective. And it can be communication, because prince and princesses are communication and messages. So this can be, I love you, or, you know, I love it, or, oh my God, I can't wait to do everything I've always wanted to do and never have been able to. This could be like your daughter. This could be the daughter saying, oh my God, Mom, I love you, or I love it. You know, your female friends, your best friend, your cousin. Oh, there's a dolphin in here. Let's say Cancer. 2 dolphins. And look, she's holding a flower up. Yeah, I want to say daughter. The reason why, because, well, not only because it's princess, so it's an immature energy, but it's joy and love. So this feels like a teenager. It could be an adult, but you see how the child is reaching up, handing you a flower? The flower is a lotus. With a swan on her head, growing into your beauty, growing into your abundance. And the dolphins. The dolphins are catching my eye. I don't know why. I'm not sure I mean, it could, it's got to be, oh, okay, Cancer. I was going to say, it's got to be some kind of water sign, but it makes me think of the mother. I'm seeing the 2 dolphins here, and you see how one dolphin, if you can look at the picture, you see the fin is kind of, the fin looks like it's curved over the other one, okay? You know, like if the dolphin had arms, kind of putting the arm around, you know, so it's like that mothering energy. I love you, I love you. The daughter expressing love for the mother. For some of you guys, you may be getting help from your mother, or they may have come to visit you, or you may be going to visit them. to tell them how much you love them, and just feeling the abundance of love. For others, you may be receiving some type of legacy for which you thank your mother. It's like, you know, the dolphin, and it looks like they're the fin is extending over the other one, like, I'll cover you, or I love you. This is, it feels like a gift. Can we clarify the Great Fortune more? Clarify the Great Fortune. So this could be like the mother passing down the inheritance, and the daughter. This is a relationship that's blooming between the mother and the daughter. So you could have been, if you're not in the same state or in the same area, you could have been looking at pictures of your mom, or you could have been, you know, spying on her page, or her too. She's checking up on you, seeing what you're up to. Okay, or you could have sent your daughter a message. Hey baby, what are you doing? Nothing much, mom. What are you up to? I love you. Kind of deal. Great fortune doesn't necessarily have to mean money. It does mean abundance, but you know, money is a form of energy. So this can be a lot of acknowledgement. This can be time spent. This could be money spent. This could be attention, love, focus spent with your child or your mother. Ooh, yeah. Okay, so this is this way. So this is reversed. Okay. So being separated from the male and finally being able to move forward, their feeling of possessiveness and spying on you and kind of feeling like, oh my God, she's moving ahead, realizing that they need to knock that shit out and that they cheated you. Meanwhile, you're over here, you're not sweating it, okay? We got the 10 of Swords reversed. So if some kind of tower moment happened, you took it in stride, and it's not an emergency to you, because you know that sometimes things have to be destroyed in order to be rebuilt because the foundation was faulty. Okay, so you're not even tripping. You're just sitting back and letting life and bloom happen. Okay, conserving your energy, not spinning on anything. And that's, you know, another precious resource. That's why you're having a little bit of ease. Your mind is easing, your pocketbook is easing, your relationship is easing, everything is easing up on you, and it's a time for a breather. It's time you get a fucking break, right? Okay, so time well spent with your children. You may be checking in with them. If you're not speaking, like I said, with the children, with the daughter, or with the mother. Honestly, like for me personally, I've been kind of thinking about my mother and my sister. So this could be sister energy also. And I did look to see if my sister was still on Facebook, my sister Sherilyn, and she's not. So I was spying, but not really spying. I was just kind of like, I wonder if she's on Facebook, because her birthday's coming up, August 12th. So I went to look on Facebook to see, you know, if it was possible to shoot her a birthday message, since I really don't talk to her a lot. So yeah, you could be checking in with the daughter, with the mother, with your sister, somebody to the side of you, cousin, best friend. If you have an auntie that is approximately your age and is not like older, is not like 20 years older than you. You know, if they're 10 years older than you, then it's kind of almost on the same level as almost, you know, could still consider Princess of Cups. When I look at Princess of Cups, to me, it's a young person, an immature person, but I'm 50. So for me, an immature person would be anybody in their 30s and below, right? 10 years, 10, 20 years below me and below. Could be a baby. Okay, so it's all, you know, it's according to your age, use your discretion. And then we had the star card reverse that came out. Okay, so, So you may have been wanting to check in, or you were looking for something and it wasn't there. So we also have concern, which is the very last card. It's number 3. It's the builder. And this morning, for some reason, this number popped into my head. And what I haven't heard for a long time was the cartoon, not cartoon, clay animation, Bob the Builder. Okay, so for some of you guys out there, this may actually be Bob the Builder, or you have a person who works construction in some way, shape, or form, not necessarily physical labor, but this may be a representative, maybe working for the union, a union official named Bob or Robert or Rob. Let's see. Concern is like a counselor and advisor, maybe needing some wisdom or some outside help when you have questions. Like this literally could be me, somebody who does physical work. Okay, it's a number 33, so this is a builder of fill in the blank. Builder of confidence, builder of homes, builder of love, builder of funds. This is a consultant or a therapist, or he looks like a psychiatrist. This is a go-to MacGyver, a negotiator, somebody who is, I almost want to say mediation, because this person doesn't have an opinion. They're just, oh, look at that. This person doesn't have an opinion, but they do help you put it all together, and bam, there's a world card where everything comes together. So there may be somebody, you may have to ask somebody for their wisdom. So it can be a psychiatrist, a counselor, a rehab counselor, a tax consultant, some kind of expert in a field, tax advisor, consultant, and somebody can help you put things together. Yeah, I'm still getting psychiatrists. And didn't I say sometimes things have to fall apart in order for them to fall together? Well, if you're estranged, or if you're not talking to your mother, cousin, sister, daughter kind of deal, a psychiatrist might help you build up your self-esteem so you can get moving on that. Okay, I also want to clarify the world. Getting advice on how to get things together, or the advice will help you put things together and figure out where you're headed or where you should be headed, and it will help you put confidence, number 23, into changing where you've been. 2 children. There might be 2 children involved that you may be... There's 2 children in the mix here. Either you're communicating with 2 children, or you have 2 children, or there's 2 children. It doesn't mean that you only have 2 children. It just may mean that you're able to contact 2 of them, or that you're speaking to 2 of them in the moment. I'm not saying that you're like your 3rd, 4th, or 5th one isn't speaking to you, but you only contacted the 2 younger ones, or your 2 children that you are in contact with, if in fact are underage, or that 2 of your children are underage. This can be a facilitator, somebody helping you to express, to figure out which direction you want to go in concerning your children, sister, auntie, mother, because there's some questions here. This can also be if your mother did show up and gave you some kind of inheritance, then this could be, you know, what the hell do I do with this? Whether the inheritance was information, property, money, could be paper, stocks and bonds, CDs. And I don't mean like, well, it could be CDs. She could give you her entire old music collection, or this could be, you know, CDs in like bonds and investments, certificate of deposit. I was trying to remember what it meant, certificate of deposit. So you could be trying to figure out what you're going to do with that, how you can benefit it, how you can invest it better, okay, to better your life. One more time, let's clarify pathway, and then I'll pull a, I'll pull a Archangel Oracle card. Ooh. Okay, so I'll get to that in a minute. I don't know if you guys can see that from there, but this is the Tower card, but it's reversed. Okay, so I'll get to that in a minute. Just if you can see it, you're all like, is that a Tower card? Yes, it's a Tower card. Okay, so change of direction, or your change of fortune. We've got 4 of Pentacles and Queen of Pentacles. So we got 2 sides of the maiden. Do you hoard it all? Do you invest it in yourself and not tell anybody and not share it? Or do you give kindly and invest wisely and love people up as much as you can? This is mine, 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 and I want to give you some. Okay, so it could, you know, this money, shall I keep it or shall I invest it? Yeah. What do I do with this abundance? Do I keep it or do I invest it? Okay, for this Tower moment that is over here on this negotiation, you can do better than that. Come back at me with a better deal. So they could be literally destroyed thinking that they gave you a better offer, and you come back with, nope, that's unacceptable. I still won't accept it. All right, let's get to the Oracle cards because I'm at an hour and 21 minutes. A little bit of advice, please, for the LIONSGATE. Okay, since we're already so long, we'll throw a little bit of local in there. Can we get some affirmation from the Hawaiian Healing Intentions deck, please? For the Venus trine Jupiter and the Neptune sextiling Pisces LIONSGATE energy transit, and there it is. Okay, first the Archangel Oracle cards. Okay, so this was face down, meaning that you may not realize this, but you already know what to do. Archangel Uriel, trust your inner knowledge and act upon it without delay. Okay, what is your inner knowledge telling you? Outdoors, Archangel Jophiel, go outside, get some fresh air, and connect with nature to relieve stress and gain new creative ideas. Okay, it's telling you don't forget to take a break and take care of your health, right? Okay, so, oh, look at that. Kaolike, equality to balance evenly, and it's a 39. So it's unconditionally loving with joy, or you're loving your children. Okay, my intention is to find a healthy balance in all aspects of my life, to play as much as I work, to receive as much as I give, and to accept myself as I endeavor to change. Balance and equality begin within. Okay, when you can allow yourself to receive as much as you give, your energy will not be depleted. When you can find a healthy balance between self-acceptance and your commitment to grow, you can cultivate inner equanimity. When you can play and be whimsical as much as you are practical and productive, your life will naturally come into balance. Okay, you hear that? It's telling you to go play, take care of yourself, and have fun. I think I said that. having play like a child or playing with the child. Ohana Nui, extended family. Okay, creating community, and it's a 6. It's healing. It's your responsibility to be loving all the time, compassion and caring. My intention is to be a vital part of my community by honoring my special gifts and finding ways to share myself with the world. Okay, I did say that, yeah, about, sharing your story, sharing your gifts. You are already part of the great community of Earth with all her creatures, nature, and the expansive universe. Even the stars, planets, and galaxies are part of your family. Open your heart, LIONSGATE reading. Open your heart, open your mind, and open your arms and ask how can you give back? Getting advice, how you can give back to your great family. By offering your special gifts, you will cultivate profound relationships with your community. Wow, no wonder they wanted to give me so much information. Basically, every card I pulled is confirming and affirming everything that I've just told you guys. Okay, so good luck. I love you guys, and stand strong. Take care.